Today we gonna be preparing for you Southern style chickpeas on the Southern style tip. You know, you have your regular way where you just boil them, season them, and do them that way. But I came up with a way to make them taste a little more flavorful. Actually, the funny thing about this way, it happened as an accident. But I figured how to reproduce my accident and turn it into a recipe, because of that accident, I ended up tasting and eating it. And I was like, I need to think about what did I do to make this happen so I can reproduce it again as a recipe for the Chop It Up Kitchen. So without further ado, make sure you hit that like, subscribe, and your notification bell. And we finna get into this video. Chickpeas, Southern style, Dr. Sebi style. And as always, your health is your wealth. All right. Welcome back to another episode of the Chop It Up Kitchen. Thank you for joining me once again. I want to take a little time out to say I hope everybody's out there being safe, enjoying the time that you have with your family, investing in yourself, taking time not to use it as time to watch TV or get into things that are more distracting, but to get into things that you've been putting off for the long time. So without further ado, I'm going to pop another one off for you. All right, we're going to get this gunning and running, baby. Gunning and running, gunning and running. What we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and change it up a little bit. We're going to take the beans. I already got them prepared, cleaned, and soaked overnight. You want to soak your beans overnight so they can soften up and cook, you know, at a nice pace. So what we're going to do is we're going to unlid that bad boy. We're going to take these chickpeas, these chickpeas, garbanzo beans, going on there nice and slow, nice and slow. All right, nice and slow. And we're going to add enough water just to cover the top of the chickpeas, you know. All right, we got it nice and covered. You see them chickpeas nice and covered, baby, nice and covered. All right. All righty. I hope y'all having a good time today. Today is going pretty good for you and your family. Like I say, you know, we into some trying times right now, so we want to stay and hold tight to the people that we know and love and keep them in your prayers and everything. All right, we're going to get them nice and covered. And what we want to do is we want to go ahead and start adding like a pinch of sea salt. You want to add a little sea salt in there and bring it to a boil. You want to bring it to a boil. Bring it to a boil, and then we're going to come back and we're going to add the rest of the season. But I like to get it to a boil and then put it on a low simmer. And then there's another trick that's going to give it that flavor that's a little bit unique, but it's going to really taste good. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring the chickpeas to a boil on a medium-high heat. This stove gets pretty high. And then we're going to come back and add the seasonings. And then the other part that's going to give it the flavor, I'm going to show you what to do with that as well. All right. Got the chickpeas in the water. We're going to go ahead and let them boil for a minute, you know what I'm saying? So we can get them prepared to be seasoned. And then also, as a twist to the recipe, I'm going to show you how to make it more flavorful. I know a lot of people make chickpeas and they just be boiled, and some of them be bland, some of them be good. But I found the way by mistake that I said, you know what? I got to put this on a video. This is gonna be nice. And I had them, and my cousin came over and ate half the pot up, and I ain't have none left. So I just said, you know what? I gotta make me some more. But this time I'm gonna reproduce that accident. So we let them come to a boil, and we're gonna come back and add the seasons. And then there's another process to give it a spin, and I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna do in a minute. We got a fourth teaspoon of, about an eighth teaspoon of cayenne pepper. Depends on how you like it. If you like it spicy, you know, do your thing. If you like it spicy, and I know you're saying, where's your measuring spoon? Man, just like my grandma used to do it. Always by the eye, baby. always by the eye. All right. That's about a fourth there. That's a fourth there. All right. About a tablespoon of onion powder. Get on in there, onion powder. Okay. Get on in there, onion powder. There you go. About a tablespoon of sea salt. You know. Want to get on in there. Like a little flavor in there. And we're going to add, I guess you can say, you know, you can't say whole bay leaves because they all broke up. So this is what I have. But you want to put like 3 bay leaves in it if you got it. 3 bay leaves in there. But since mine's all broke up, I just got what I could. So we're going to use my eye like grandma say, boy. All right. That look about 3. That look about 3, right? All right. And here, the twist that I was telling you about, the accident that I'm trying to reproduced. All right, we're not gonna put all this in there, but this is gonna act as a creamy kind of sauce. So we're gonna put a little in there. I would say about, if I had to judge, about just enough to get it to make like a creamy bean kind of brothy kind of thing, I guess. So about half of this. I'm gonna go with about half of this. And this was a cup of beans. This was a cup of beans that I just put, as I said, I did in that other part of the video. I just blended them up because what I did was I'm trying to reproduce that accident, and this is the way that I came up with, other than doing an accident all over again, and we don't want to do that. So we got that in there. Bring that to a boil. Like I said, about a cup of blended up chickpeas with about a cup of water at will. And you bring that to a boil, you let it simmer. We're going to put that back like that, and we're going to turn it on medium low, and we're going to simmer and cook this for about 45 minutes to 35 minutes. It depends on how well you like yours. I like mine well cooked, and I simmer it long so I can get all that flavor in there from the bay leaves and whatnot. So we're going to let this simmer for about 45 minutes tops, and then we're going to come back and see what we have. Dr. Sebi, chop it up style. So what we did was we blended up the bean mixture with 1 cup of water and a cup and a half of chickpeas, blended up till it's nice and creamy, reintroduced it back into the pot with the rest of the chickpeas, added the seasonings, like I say, the common, just regular spices, you know, you can even play around with the spices, but I use bay leaf, cayenne pepper, onion powder, a teaspoon of grapeseed oil, and you can see I already put them together. So what we're gonna do is let it boil for another 15-20 minutes because it's been boiling for a minute. We're gonna come back and do the taste test as always. And you know what? I got a bonus. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, my cousin came through and maxed up the food that I had, but I had some left over. So I got some Southern style kale mixed with turnip greens. I got another thing that I'm gonna put on video is candy butternut squash, kind of made like sweet potatoes. I haven't made a video for it yet, but it's something that I make at home all the time. So give me a minute. We're gonna go ahead and finish letting this cook, and we're gonna come back and do the grand finale, baby. All right, welcome back. We about to do the grand finale, the taste test. As you can see, got all the food here together, assembled. This is nothing more than a smorgasbord of down home, good old healthy style, Dr. Sebi style cooking. As you can see, we got a couple of bonuses here. We got the Southern style kale that I made in a previous video. We got the hot water cornbread also in the previous video. And yes, we got another one that we're gonna be laying down in a minute too. Butternut squash. Kind of like candy butternut squash, all right? And last but not least, the creamy country style chickpeas. Man, the flavor is so good. Go ahead and try these old chickpeas out first. Just like butter, baby. Just like butter. As always, like, share, and subscribe, and I'll catch you on the flip side. And as always, your health is your wealth.